Guys, welcome to today's video. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sandra and I am your host. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a topic that a lot of people have been asking me to film. It's been very highly requested, but for some reasons I've been running away from filming this topic, and there are two reasons why. The first reason is because I wanted to do this for a bit, to be sure that I actually know what I'm doing, just so I'm not coming here to yap 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 and just say. I wanted to be sure what I was doing. And the second reason, I was a bit skeptical because we're talking about food and we're dealing with babies. With children, you know how sensitive they are, and we have individual babies. So I don't want to say use this and then you use it and probably your baby is reacting to it. So I just didn't want to be liable for things like that. But I thought it through again, and I think that it's important to educate on this channel here. We educate and we share ideas, and I will always remind you to please take whatever I say here with a grain of salt. It is not medical advice, it is not nutritional advice, it is just from one mom to another. Before you do anything that I say here on this channel, please conduct with your baby's pediatrician, conduct with your baby's nutritionist before you do anything that I recommend here on this channel. So now that that is out of the way, let us get right into the video. And before we start, please do well to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. So it is very important that you watch this video to the end. Please don't try to forward it, because they are going to be, everything I say is going to connect to the next. So you need to take your time and watch this video, and I hope it helps you. The question that people have been asking me: Sandra, what do you feed your son? What do you feed your baby? Sandra, how do I go about winning my baby? My baby is 5 months old. I want to win my baby. That's the question on everybody's lip. Yes, when you're nearing that 6 months mark, there's this anxiety that is coupled with excitement that comes, to mothers, because okay, now my baby needs to start eating solid. And right now, with this, the invent of Instagram, TikTok, and the likes, I'm sure that you follow some of the pages where people are just blending, and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to have a field day with blend. So I'm just going to introduce the things that my son eats, and I'll also share some tips as I go. Now, the first tip, while I introduce the product that my son uses, again, please, this is not a sponsored ad. No brand has paid me to come and do anything here. So if you're a baby food brand and you want me to talk about your product, you can reach out to me. I'm going to leave my email somewhere up there and we can work out an arrangement. Now, here we're moms on a budget. I am a mom on a budget. So the one of the cheapest food apart from pap that you would see out there is Nutribon. I'm sure you know what Nutribon is. I'm sure you see this around. This retails for about 1,100 and something naira. And the reason I went for Nutribon was because it is cheap, it is affordable. I want to buy what whenever even if you wake me up from sleep, even on my brokest days, I'll be able to afford. And that's the reason why I chose Nutribon. Now, if you have the money or the means to buy something that is better or cheaper than Nutribon, please by all means go ahead, no problem. But if you don't have so much, you don't need to break your head, you don't need to break the bank. Nutribon works just as good. That's what my son has been eating. Now for Nutribon, I bought all the variants. Nutribon has about 4 variants. They have the maize, they have the rice, they have the oats, the apple and banana, and I think mixed grain. Now, I have the apple and banana, the rice and the oats. The reason I did not buy the mixed grain is because my son already has pap that is mixed grain. The pap is mixed with is mixed with maize, guinea corn, millet. So that is also what mixed grain is. So that's the reason I didn't buy that, just so I'm not repeating. And now you ask me, why do I have all the variants of Nutribon? The reason I have all the variants of Nutribon is because I'm sure that this company has their own standard of producing food. So since I'm introducing it to a child, I just want to maintain that standard. Let my son be used to a particular standard of production, right? So just so I'm not using Nutribon today, I'm using Cerelac tomorrow. Different hands, different production. It could upset your child's stomach. That is just my thinking, because just this one is producing like this, so I just stick to one brand. However, you can buy one or two brands. Please, at most, make it just two brands, because you don't want having different brands. Oh, they say free Solac here, this here, that here. I stick to two brands, Nutribon and Cerelac. And the reason I use Cerelac is because Nutribon does not have wheat. So this is what I use: Cerelac wheat. This is the wheat, and this is the only thing outside of Nutribon that my son eats. This is how it looks. It comes in a sachet like this. The reason I bought in sachet was because when I was going to try it for my son, I didn't want to commit to buying 18, so I bought the sachet, just in case he doesn't like it, it won't really hurt as much. But so far, for the past 4 months, this is what he has been taking, and he's been using it. And I just started buying the sachet. This is what it looks like. This is the weight. Also, another tip to feeding your child: feed your child like the way you will feed yourself. Try to create a balanced diet. So what we do, if he has apple and banana today, I'll give him rice tomorrow. I'll give him oats the next day. I'll give him wheat the other day, just so we're not eating the same type of thing. I'll give him pap the next day. Please, if you are giving your child only morning, afternoon, night pap, remember that your child is a human being like you. If they give you pap, morning, afternoon, night, will you like it? If you not like it, then please don't do it to your child. So try as much as possible to stick to having a balance for your child. Now, it's not rocket science. Don't think about it too much, because the minute you start thinking about it too much, you start to make mistakes, you start to lose a grip. The same way you eat, like what we do here, what I do in my house is, whatever I eat, whatever we eat at home, my son eats. So what we've had to do lately is to adjust the spicing of our food. I don't put so much spice again in our food, or sometimes I scoop out his own before I adjust it to our own taste. That will also help to, introduce him into the kind of food that we eat here. So please make room, make arrangement for your children, make room for what your child will eat. Just try it one after the other. Try it one after the other. And please, when you are trying, I think I mentioned it in the other video, I was talking about 5 winning mistakes. When you are trying to introduce food to your children, introduce one at a time, just in case they have an allergic reaction. You know exactly what you gave them that is causing that reaction, and then you can discontinue. Um, Now, that is that on cereal. That is that on cereal that my son eats. Um, Mixed with cereals, apart from these cereals, we have other things that he eats too. Like I said, he eats food that we eat, but he also takes yogurt. Yogurt, we do yogurt as snacks. This is the brand we use. I don't know if you know this. Let me see. Let me focus on it. This is the brand of yogurt we use, this Greek yogurt. Now, if you see the one that says Yogi Kids, that's the one we used to use, but lately I've not been seeing it again. This is the brand we use, and it works. So yogurt is in between meals. Like if he has eaten cereal this morning, then if he has eaten cereal this morning, he sucks breasts in between, and then takes yogurt in the afternoon, just in between meals. The same way you're going to serve fruits to your children in between meals, I give to my son. Now, the next thing that my son eats a lot, apart from eating other things that we eat, he takes pap. Now, how we make the pap, how I make the pap, I have someone that mixes this pap for me, that makes it from scratch, and it is very clean, very good. But to further give more nutrition to the pap, I use this peanut butter. Please make sure you buy the creamy one, not the crunchy one, the smooth one. You add it to the pap. You're going to see a video of me actually making pap with this peanut butter. It's really nutritious. It helps them. It's just like adding granite. But if you cannot afford peanut butter, you have granite in the house. Just blend granite and add it to the pap. Okay. Now, this girl, I'm not going to show her brand because the girl was mean to me, so I'm not going to show her brand. But this is a soya powder. It is mixed with crayfish. It is mixed with dates, nuts, soya bean, and the likes. So this is a soya powder that we use. I add it to the pap as well on the days I'm not using this. So please don't use the two together, just so you're not giving too much protein, right? So I use this soya powder. I add it to his pap. On the days I'm not using this one, I add it to his pap. And then this is also a date syrup. I'm sure you'd have heard so much about date syrup. This is also a date syrup that we use. It's used to sweetening your child's food, and it's also a means of incorporating fruits into your children's food. However, however, I still do the blending, blend this, blend that. But, I'm not thinking about it too much. On the days I can blend, oh, fine and good, I blend. On the days I cannot blend, I give cereal. All in all, this works for me. Following this video would be some of the processes of making food that I just recorded some of the snippets, and I hope you enjoy the video. If this video was helpful to you, or this video will be helpful to you in the future, or you know somebody that this video will be helpful to, please do well to share this video with them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel already if you haven't. I hope that this video helps you. Don't think about it too much, okay? You're doing great, you're doing amazing. And until my next upload, guys, be well. Bye. So today we're making moi moi. I have just beans, onion, green bell pepper, fish chunks, and red bell pepper. Please don't add normal pepper, just red bell pepper is fine. And I'll show you guys the result. Sit up, sit up. You don't have to sit like that. Sit up. Good boy. Yes, mommy's baby. Mommy's baby. Mommy's baby. Good, good, good. High five, mommy. Yes, good boy. Yum, yum, yum. Yum. High five, high five. Yes, good boy. Good boy, my child. Is that my son? Say thank you, mommy. You're welcome. You're welcome.